Welcome, brothers and sisters. I'm Zaid Haji and you're tuned into IGC Gate. I'm a research student, author, management consultant, and career counselor, here to guide you through the decisions that shape your life. Together, we'll explore insights, strategies, and lessons from psychology, career science, and sacred wisdom to help you uncover your passion, purpose, and your path to success. Let's dive in and discover what truly drives you. What is my passion? Choosing the right stream after 10th grade. Brothers, sisters, dear students who are sitting right now in one of the most crucial junctions of your life, I want you to pause. Breathe. Forget for a moment what your relatives are telling you, what the advertisements of coaching institutes are screaming, what your friends are chasing. And just sit with me here, because today's question is not, which stream should I choose after 10th grade? Today's question is much deeper, much more personal, much more life-changing. The question you need to ask yourself is this: what is my passion? Choosing the wrong stream after 10th grade is like setting the coordinates of a plane 1 degree at the start of the journey. In the beginning, it looks negligible. You think it's fine, I'll manage. But after flying hundreds of miles, you end up landing on the wrong continent. That 1 degree shift at the beginning becomes a massive disaster at the end. Students, choosing blindly just because someone said science has scope or commerce is safe or arts is easy without asking who you truly are is like handing over the steering wheel of your life to someone else who does not even know where you want to go. So right now with me, let's not gossip about subjects, science, commerce, arts. Let's talk you. Who are you? What flows in your veins? What makes your heart beat faster the moment you hear about it? What keeps you awake at night in excitement rather than anxiety? Because if your decision in 10th class is not rooted in your ikigai, your reason for being, then you are signing up for years of regret. The ikigai, discovering your reason for being. In Japanese philosophy, there is this profound word, ikigai. It translates loosely as a reason to wake up in the morning. But do not take it lightly. Your ikigai is sitting at the intersection of 4 circles: what you love to do, what you are good at, what the world needs, what you can get paid for. Now imagine these 4 circles overlapping. In the middle, where all 4 overlap, there lies your ikigai. That is your compass. That is your voice. That is where passion transforms into purpose, purpose into skill, skill into livelihood. When you are in 10th grade, people overwhelm you with subject choices as if it's a one-time lottery. But listen, I want you to use the ikigai circle as your blueprint. Take a pen, draw 4 circles, and start filling them. Do not do it casually. Do not rush it. Let it be a battlefield of questions. You're only 15 or 16, but do not let anyone deceive you into thinking you cannot have clarity yet. You can. Sit down with yourself and interrogate your soul. Ask yourself, what do I love so much that time disappears when I do it? What comes to me naturally, which others struggle with? What problems in the world make me restless enough to solve? What is sustainable enough to provide me with a livelihood? And when you map these answers, you'll start to realize that your stream is not merely a label like science, commerce, or arts. No, it is a stepping stone toward your ikigai, your destiny, a challenging reality. Let me be harsh and real with you, because I care for you the way an elder brother confronts you, not the way a counselor sugarcoats. If you are choosing science just because your cousin is in IIT, you're gambling. If you're taking commerce because your uncle has a business, you're copying. If you're running into arts thinking it's easy, you are underestimating. None of these are wise decisions. They're shortcuts to regret. You need to stop thinking in terms of streams. You need to start thinking in terms of yourself. You need to ask, what problems excite me? What skills will I polish until they shine? Where is my ikigai pushing me? Because if you ignore that, let me paint a picture for you. Ignoring your ikigai is like planting a mango tree but expecting apples. You will water it, you will sacrifice years, you will pour sweat and prayers, but the tree can only give what it is designed to give. You cannot fight the design of who you are. Brainstorming beyond streams. Let's brain map this. Imagine your life as a huge room with many doors. Science is one door, commerce is another, arts is another. But here's the truth. These doors are not prisons. They are entrances. What matters is not the door, but which room you want to end up in. For example, if your ikigai lies in designing, creating, and visually communicating, you might end up as a designer. That can start in arts, but it can also start in science or even commerce if you take the design entrepreneurial path. If your ikigai lies in solving problems of machines, codes, or medicine, you might need science. If your ikigai lies in entrepreneurship, business, numbers, or finance, you might lean on commerce. If your ikigai lies in storytelling, psychology, society, arts might be your domain. But never forget, the door is not the destiny. It's an entry point. What defines destiny is passion refined into skill. Passion refined into service. Passion refined into value for humanity. Lessons from Ikigai and other books. The book Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life, teaches us that people in Okinawa, Japan live the longest lives not because they ate salads all day, but because they had reason. A reason to plant gardens, a reason to wake up early, a reason to teach, contribute, and laugh with their friends. Their ikigai was not fame or money, it was meaning. There are other masterpieces I recommend you read on your journey of passion finding. So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. It destroys the myth of blindly following your passion and teaches you to build rare and valuable skills first. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, where he says the true drive of a human being is not power, but finding meaning in life. Deep work by Cal Newport to discipline your attention in a distracted world. Grit by Angela Duckworth, to understand that success is not talent but passion sustained with perseverance. These books are not ornaments, they are weapons. Weapons to fight confusion, illusions, and peer pressure. Let's have a conversation nobody is brave enough to have with you, just you and me. You're slogging through life, feeling the pressure closing in around you about what to choose, what to become, who to please. You keep hearing that same empty advice, follow your passion, but nobody hands you a map. Well, here's how I made mine, no filter, no sugarcoating. Good mapping, draw out your real self. First, I want you to scrap every expectation that's ever been dumped on your shoulders. You're not doing this to impress anyone. I didn't fill my map with words just to feel good for a day. I did it because I was tired of pretending, tired of being lost, tired of answering questions I didn't believe in. Honest, word mapping showed me things about myself that terrified me and set me free. Here's how I did it and how you will too. Start with one blank sheet, just your name in the middle. Not your parents' dreams, not your best friend's achievements. Not what the world says you should be. This is you, raw. Write it big, right in the center. I did. Felt weird, felt right. Send lines outward, like the only sun you'll ever need comes from within. Label each arm with what truly eats at you day and night. What makes you tick? What makes you rage? What's the thing nobody can take from you? My list was ugly at first, hate being ignored. Love building teams. I'm obsessed with what makes people act. You write yours. Doesn't matter if it makes sense to anyone else. Dump every word that bubbles up. Don't let your pen stop for practicality. If you write freedom, connection, impact, great. If you write money, winning, rebellion, perfect. This is an exorcism, not an essay. Keep going till you run out of excuses. I wrote until my fingers hurt. Then I looked back and circled what made my stomach flutter with nerves or excitement, the words that had been haunting me for years. Now, it's your turn. Don't psych yourself out. Don't care about pretty handwriting, or will anyone understand this? This is a soul surgery no one ever does for you, but when you finally grab the scalpel, you see what you're made of. Connecting the dots. My words became my life. Let's get brutally real. I wasn't born with my career carved in stone. In 10th grade, I didn't know I'd become a consultant, a counselor, or an author. My teachers saw potential, but what did that mean to a kid who was just good at noticing what fired him up and what drained him? I mapped out. Business studies felt like home. Commerce made me hungry to understand why and how things worked in society. Economics and management stitched everything together for me. College. I drew a line from debating presentations, helping friends make decisions, to communication, leadership, guidance. The words connected by accident at first, but the accidents added up. Every choice after that, MBA, learning strategy, practical internships, none of it happened in a vacuum. They grew from the words on my map. What about skills? Here's the secret. I didn't always know I loved storytelling or strategy. I found it word by word. My love for change, creativity, guidance led me into consulting, writing, and even research that challenged me to think bigger. I kept updating my map every time I felt stuck or confused. Why, none of this matters if you don't commit. Here's the most challenging thing I'll ever ask you. Don't do this if you're going to lie to yourself. Because if you write what you think you should write, you'll land right where everyone else is. Confused, frustrated, living for the next weekend escape. But if you go all in, every ugly, raw, brilliant part of you, you're going to see patterns nobody else ever saw in you. It's not magic. It's work. You'll want to quit halfway through because it's uncomfortable. You'll confront dreams you're scared to pursue and flaws you've tried to hide. But that's the point. Because when you finally connect the dots, when you see, I love helping, I'm good at listening, I hate routine, I want to feel proud, you'll see who you've always been under the noise. From mapping to becoming the only way out. I got to where I am not because life handed me a script. I made the map, I circled my obsessions, I tried, I failed, I transformed words like doubt into curiosity, like routine into reinvention. Eventually, those words wrote me into a consultant, a counselor, an author, a researcher. Each role is an echo of the words I kept scribbling, circling, fighting with, and learning from. Now I'm challenging you the way nobody else will. Are you brave enough to actually know yourself? Brave enough to see the words that keep repeating in your life and do something about it? This isn't therapy. It's not a social media post. It's building your map line by line and living in the open unafraid. So are you ready, really ready, to find out who you've been trying so hard to hide? The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the truth you're scared to put on that piece of paper. If you want, I'm right here. Because the truth is, nobody cares more about your life's direction than you do, or secretly than I do. When you finally connect those dots, you'll realize you never needed anyone's permission to become who you really are. So pen in hand, page ready, now you start. Islam, completing your Ikigai. Now listen, my brother, my sister. Ikigai is powerful, but it remains incomplete without the foundation of Islam. Because what is a passion that leads you away from Allah? What is success that ends in failure in the hereafter? Allah tells us clearly in the Quran, chapter 51, verse 56, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." Worship is not limited to salah. Worship includes your career, your studies, your work, when done sincerely for Allah's sake. If you choose a career with the intention of serving Allah's creation, benefiting people, earning halal, and practicing excellence, then every equation you solve, every patient you heal, every student you teach, every design you draw becomes a worship. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said in Sahih Muslim 2699a, "He who alleviates the suffering of a brother out of the sufferings of this world, Allah would alleviate his suffering from the sufferings of the day of resurrection. He who finds relief for one who is hard-pressed, Allah would make easy for him in the hereafter. He who conceals the faults of a Muslim, Allah would conceal his faults in this world and the hereafter. Allah continues to help the servant as long as the servant helps his brother. And he who treads a path in search of knowledge, Allah would make that path easy, leading to paradise for him." Reflect on these words. Careers and passions are not about scope, they are about service. If you pick a stream that enables you to serve, relieve pain, solve problems, and provide benefit, then your studies themselves become your path to Jannah. And in Sahih al-Bukhari 4557, narrated Abu Huraira the verse, "You are the best of peoples raised up for mankind," was explained. The best of peoples are those for the people as you bring them closer to Islam. This is your ultimate career goal, to be the best of people for the people. Whether you are a doctor treating patients, a teacher educating generations, a business person creating jobs, or an artist inspiring hearts, you are raised for mankind, not for yourself. Practical elder brother's advice. So if you're in 10th grade and lost, here's how to decide. Sit quiet. Switch off the noise. No Instagram, no comparisons. Draw the Ikigai circle, fill it honestly. Take counsel from parents, mentors, but don't outsource your decision. Align it with Islam. Is this pursuit halal? Does it serve others? Will it benefit the ummah? Will it bring barakah? Pray your istikhara. Ask Allah, because Allah promises in Quran, chapter 2, verse 286, Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. You are capable, you are equipped, and if you use your heart and mind together, you will choose truthfully. The conclusion. What is my passion? Brothers and sisters, choosing a stream after 10th grade is not about fear. It is about meaning. It is not science or commerce or arts. It is what is my passion and how will I align it with service to Allah's creation. Ignore passion and you may succeed outwardly but die inside. Embrace passion rooted in Ikigai and Islam, and you will live a life of both dunya satisfaction and akhirah reward. So next time someone asks you, which stream are you taking after 10th grade? Smile and tell yourself silently, I am not just choosing a stream, I am choosing my path, my service, my Ikigai, my worship. Remember, your real exam is not 10th grade boards. Your real exam is life, and the answer is not found in which stream has scope. The answer is whispered by your soul when you ask the louder, deeper question, what is my passion, and how can I live it for Allah? Thank you for listening, dear friends. I'm Zaid Haji from IGC Gate, reminding you that your path is yours to define and your purpose is waiting to be discovered. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and align your skills, passion, and service to create a meaningful life. Remember, every choice matters, and with clarity, courage, and conviction, you can shape a future that reflects your true self. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, and keep finding your Ikigai.